Valley Sports Radio is on the air from Jerry Walters Court at Central High School in Woodstock. It is the high school basketball game of the week, as tonight in girls action, the Central Falcons host the Riverheads Gladiators. Tonight's coverage of high school basketball here on Valley Sports Radio is brought to you by Frog's Garage, Wholesome Butcher and Deli, Kern Motor Company, Cook's Country Store, First Bank, Criswell of Woodstock, and Appalachian Freight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be with you here tonight. Craig Orndorff is on another assignment, so we will look forward to seeing him again next week when we do our game at Strasburg. 3-0 Central making their season debut here at home in 2023. The Falcons off to a perfect 3-0 start with victories over James Wood, Stewart's Draft, and these Riverheads Gladiators. For Riverheads, they come in at 500. They are 2-2. They have knocked off Mountain View twice. They have lost to Central and Rappahannock. The game that these two teams played last week, it was actually last Tuesday. Riverheads was the home team in that one. Central rolled all over them, 69-30. Girls basketball game with Riverheads and Central. National anthem is in the books. Starting lineups are coming up. And first for the visiting Gladiators of Riverheads, it'll be a 5'6" guard in Brenna Collins. Next is a 5'2" sophomore Callie Poole. Then it's Alexis Myrtle, a junior 5'8" forward. Grace Galladay, a 5'7" junior. And rounding out the starting five for the Gladiators is Anna Shirley, a 5'11" senior. Riverheads 5-14 last season. They come in at 2-2. They're led by head coach Caitlin Clark in her first season, a 2012 Gladiator grad. And for the Central Falcons, coming in at 3-0, they were 15-10 last season. First at guard, sophomore 5'7", Amori Williams. Next is forward 5'8", sophomore Kenley Hoover. Then it's Vanessa Gordon, a 5'3", sophomore guard. Peyton DiNardo, 5'10", senior forward. And the fifth and final starter tonight for the Central Falcons, 5'10", senior McKenna Painter. Central with some new unis this season. Look pretty sharp. White tops, blue trimming on the bottoms and around the top. Blue numbers and letters. Head coach of the Falcons is Ashley Fletcher, also a Central grad. Both teams will huddle up, and we will get ready to tip things off here tonight from Woodstock. Pretty good crowd here on a Tuesday night in non-district basketball action. The Riverheads Gladiators typically travel well in about every sport that they take part in. No different here with girls action tonight in Woodstock. Jumping up for the Falcons will be Peyton DiNardo, and for the Gladiators will be Anna Shirley. Ready to rock and roll from Woodstock. Opening tip is up in the air, recovered by McKenna Painter of the Falcons, and Central has the basketball to get started here tonight. It'll be Amori Williams at the point guard position for the Falcons. She gets it to Kenley Hoover. Back up top to Williams. The Gladiators appear to be in a man-to-man defense to get started. Here's Vanessa Gordon with a wide-open three. No good. It's tipped around, picked up by Painter. She goes up. It's blocked and recovered by the Falcons. Down low to Peyton DiNardo. DiNardo has the ball knocked loose. It is on the ground, picked up, and a jump ball. Possession arrow faces the Gladiators. Pretty good defense to start off for Riverheads, a team that gave up 69 points to Central last week and a beatdown 69-30. Central deploying early pressure, full court press. Riverheads struggling to get past the timeline. They finally do. The ball is tipped around by Painter but picked up by Alexis Myrtle for the Gladiators. Going down to the post now, and another tie-up. Jump ball. Amori Williams got in there as Anna Shirley kind of went down with the ball a little bit, and that allowed Williams to reach in and tie her up. So the ball goes back to Central, 7:09 to go in the first, just underway from Woodstock. Here on our game of the week, Falcons basketball. It's Kinley Hoover on the wing. She'll go to the post. It's DiNardo. DiNardo spins, goes up off the glass, layup good. Simple post game there from the Falcons. Made it look easy, DiNardo did. Gladiators beat the press down 2-0. Driving down the court, it's Galladay. Grace Galladay passes it to Alexis Myrtle, but it's off the fingertips of Myrtle out of bounds, and Central gets the ball back after the Gladiator turnover. Pretty competitive district the Bull Run is here once again in 2023. You've got teams like Clark County, the defending champs in Class 2. You've got Strasburg led by Macy Smith. These Falcons, although quite short-handed player-wise, didn't have a lot come out to try out. It's a good Central team. Falcon basketball, they get it to Painter. Painter give and go to Williams. Williams all the way to the hoop. She puts it up and in. And Amari Williams has her first points of the night. McKenna Painter with the assist. On the give and go. Falcons up 4-0. Gladiators facing the pressure here in the full court. Ball's tipped but picked up by Alexis Myrtle for Riverheads, and they clear out the offensive side. Here's Brenna Collins. Collins gets it up top to Galladay onto the wing. Ball is loose again but picked up by the Gladiators. Shirley drives baseline. She's blocked by DiNardo, and the Falcons recover. Here comes Amari Williams the other way, all the way to the hoop. She goes up. No good, and out of bounds off of Riverhead's Grace Galladay. So Williams going coast to coast there, but it was tipped away. Falcons inbounding under their basket. They get it in. DiNardo to Painter. Painter's going to set down at the post free throw line, and she's got a huge mismatch there. She's got a 5'2 player covering her. She's 5'10. Williams drives baseline. She goes up strong. She's fouled. And she will go to the line for two with 5:29 to go in the first. Foul's going to be charged to Grace Galladay of the Gladiators. That's her first, team first. Amari Williams to the line, 5'7 junior guard. First free throw is no good, and that's been one thing that I pointed to, especially over the last year or two with the Falcons. They have struggled mightily from the free throw line. Second one coming up. That's short, no good. Ball's tipped around. Painter pulls down the offensive rebound. She goes up strong and gets the shot to fall. McKenna Painter with the offensive rebound. She hung in the air and dropped it in the basket. It's 6-0 Central. Gladiators going to hurry the other way. Painter with a block. Ball's loose, and now Painter goes for it. We've got a jump ball as Alexis Myrtle came out of the pile with the basketball, but play is blown dead, and Riverheads will have it under their basket. But Central, I mean, I called the game at Clark County last year in the playoffs against the eventual state champs. Central missed so many free throws in that game that really cost them a chance of winning it. Here's a shot from the free throw line, no good by Anna Shirley for Riverheads. Rebounded by the Falcons, and they're going to push. Williams all the way to the hoop. Layup is good off the top of the glass and in. And Amari Williams with a solid 4 points to start this game. A steal on the inbounds by Williams. She goes up, makes the shot. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line. Riverheads turns it over on the inbound play. Williams draws the foul, makes the shot, and Central leads it 10-0 with 4:43 to go in the first. So Central gets off to a great start here tonight. Amari Williams, third free throw of the night. She gets this one to fall. She has 7 points. And it's 11-0 Falcons. We've got a foul in the backcourt. Amari Williams called for a foul reaching in on Callie Poole. That's the first foul on Williams. The Riverheads looking for something here. First, they've got to get the ball across half court. Then they've got to get a shot up, something they really haven't done all night. A lot of turnovers. And speaking of that, the ball goes into the first row of the bleachers, out of bounds, and back to Central with 4:31 to go in the first. It's been all Falcons so far in this one. Maury Williams looking like maybe she's taken a step from last year. Solid player, solid starter for the Falcons last year, but if she can become even more than that, that would be huge. Kinley Hoover has it up top, gets it to Painter. Painter down low, DiNardo, backdoor cut, reverse layup, no good, and rebounded by Riverheads. Good look, she just couldn't get it to fall. And here come the Gladiators the other way. Painter gets her feet twisted around, can't get the shot block up, and Addison Falls off the bench has the Gladiators' first points of the night. Just under 4 minutes to go. Painter had a one-on-one opportunity, but got her legs tangled up. All the way to the hoop, we've got a blocking foul. Vanessa Gordon went all the way to the hoop with the intention, it looked like, to bull run and bull rush the defender. Looked like pretty good defense from Riverheads, but the foul is called on the Gladiators, and Central is inbounding under their hoop. This is where they've been so dangerous so far tonight. They've been able to get easy shots. Kinley Hoover, wide open three. It's an air ball. Painter with the rebound, goes up strong and gets it to fall. And McKenna Painter with another offensive rebound and put back. She has 4. And Riverheads immediately turns the basketball back over with 3:36 to go in the first. They threw it out of bounds. And the Falcons have it. Central's looked pretty good so far tonight. Riverheads just hasn't had an answer on either side of the ball. Kinley Hoover has it, gets it to Painter. Painter down low to DiNardo. DiNardo, airballed it. Should have gone up off the glass, but she got her own rebound. She's fouled, and that's only 4 fouls. Excuse me. That's the second foul on Alexis Myrtle. So Myrtle will check out. CJ Diaquino will check in for the Gladiators. Central inbounds. It's Gordon for 3, and it is good. Vanessa Gordon with a line drive 3-point shot. And the Falcons on the inbound have tipped it, and Painter saves it right to the Gladiators. It's Shirley with it. Shirley will get it off to Addison Falls. Falls across court, nearly stolen away. Now in the post, it's Falls against Painter. Back up top. Here's a 3 look for the Gladiators. It's strong, no good. They get their own rebound, and then Painter just steps in front of the pass and steals it away. Painter's losing it. She has to tip it up into the air. Gordon is going to reset things for the Falcons. Now it's Painter in the post. Painter looks. She goes up off the glass, and it is good. And McKenna Painter has 6. And Central leads at 18-2 here in the first quarter. It's a full timeout. We will take it as well. Falcons lead at 2:37 to go in the first. We're back after this on Valley Sports Radio. Well, an 18-2 start to the game for the Falcons, as Riverheads will try to find an answer and find it quickly, as they are seeing this thing slip away from them early on in this ball game. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Gladiators get it across, and now they're operating with a little bit of a press breaker, but they get the ball down low, and it's stolen away by DiNardo. DiNardo passes it to Painter. Painter to Gordon. Gordon all the way to the hoop. Left-hand layup's too strong, rebounded by Diaquino for the Gladiators. Riverhead still pressing. They're still pushing their tempo. They just haven't gotten many shots up. Another ball knocked loose. It's saved right into the Gladiators' hands. Up top with it, it's Brenna Collins. Collins, a 5'6" senior, gets it to Diaquino. Aquino has to pick up her dribble. Nearly stolen away, but saving it is Callie Poole. They're going to reset their offense here, getting it down low to Shirley, the 5'11" senior. Shirley's short jumper is no good, and rebounded by Williams for the Falcons. Williams going to push. 1-on-2. She goes Euro step. Layup. It is good again. Amori Williams with 9 early points in this one, and the Falcons lead it 20-2. Here's Painter with a steal. She spins. She goes to the hoop. Layup is too strong. It's tipped around. Central saves it. Vanessa Gordon goes with a quick shot. She can't get it to fall, and Riverheads has it. 1:20 to go in the first. 20-2 Central here in the first quarter of play, and a Painter with another steal. She will go against the defender all the way to the hoop. A foul. It's a blocking foul. And McKenna Painter will go to the line for 2 with 1:08 to go in the first quarter. That's the 5th foul on Riverheads. Foul was charged to CJ Diaquino. Just a reminder, if you weren't with us last week at Mountain View, there's a new rule of VHSL that 5 fouls in a quarter means 2 free throws. There's no longer the 1-and-1 that we were accustomed to. First free throw by Painter is all net. She has 7. Falcons are now 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Asia Hoover checks into the game for Kinley Hoover. Second free throw from Painter is good. It is now 22-2 with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Press breaker is in place. Nearly a travel. Should have been. Didn't call it by Riverheads. Gladiators pick up their dribble. It's Poole. Ball loose, out of bounds near the central sideline. And the Gladiators will inbound with 57 seconds to go in the first quarter. It'll be Brenna Collins inbounding. She looks, gets it into Callie Poole. Poole covered by Williams. Good defense, but Poole is able to get by Williams and Gordon. Here's a jumper short off the rim by Shirley, and Falcons will continue to push. Painter's going to go all the way to the hoop. Left-hand layup is good. And Painter has 9 points, and it is getting ugly early. 24-2 Central here in the first quarter. Falcons are just looking at their chops right now. Nearly another takeaway. Down low, wide open layup is good by Anna Shirley. She beat the press by the Falcons D and got her first basket of the night. 15 seconds to go in the first. Central up 24-4. Painter, give and go to Williams. Layup is true. Another give and go between McKenna Painter and Amori Williams. Williams has 11, and the clock will expire as Painter got another steal as time expired in the first quarter. Well, a dream start for the Falcons. After one quarter, they lead Riverheads 26-4. We come back for the second right after this. You're listening to the Game of the Week on Valley Sports Radio. One quarter in the books from Central in girls action. The Central Falcons lead the Riverheads Gladiators by a score of 26-4. First quarter scoring for the Falcons. Amori Williams led the way with 11. McKenna Painter had 9, Vanessa Gordon had 3, and Peyton DiNardo had 2. Bunch of turnovers for the Gladiators. Really didn't get many shots up. Meanwhile, Central had their way. Riverheads led by Addison Falls and Anna Shirley with 2 points. Central basketball out of the timeout. McKenna Painter immediately gets the basketball. She goes to the post. Pivot move and a foul underneath. It's on Brenna Collins. First foul of the second quarter. DiNardo looking for someone. They get it into Asia Hoover. Painter now with it outside the perimeter. It's a Williams pump fake, and she tries to go to Painter. The ball's knocked loose. Asia Hoover chucks it out of bounds. And really one of the first turnovers of the night for the Falcons. They played pretty well overall, offensively and defensively. Riverheads basketball. Central still in a man-to-man defense. Now they're trapping, trying to get the steal from Poole. They can't do so. Here's a wide-open look beyond the arc, and banking it in from downtown is Brenna Collins. Collins from straight away banked it off the glass. And it's 26-7. Here comes Williams for Central all the way to the hoop. Layup once again is good. And Williams has 13 points. She has made it look too easy out here tonight. Speaking of too easy, McKenna Painter with another steal, 2-on-1. Painter tosses it to Hoover. Hoover to Gordon. Gordon for 3. It's good. And Vanessa Gordon knocks down her second three-pointer of the night, gives her 6. And it's 31-7 Central. Galladay down low, gets it to Myrtle. And Alexis Myrtle makes her first basket of the night. And Riverheads, well, they're starting to score some points. They were held to 4 in the first quarter. They already have 5 so far in the second quarter. Williams again, baseline, Euro step. Ball is in the air. She's fouled, but it falls off the rim. And Amori Williams back to the free throw line. Williams is 1 for 3 tonight from the line. Foul's going to be charged to Alexis Myrtle for Riverheads. Central 3 for 5 from the line to this point, and make it 3 for 6 as she can't get the first one to go. We saw an unbelievable free throw performance the other night down at Mountain View. Stewart's Draft Cougars, their boys team, They were unbelievable from the line. Second free throw is good by Williams. Gives her 14 points, and Williams will take a seat with 6:31 to go here in the second quarter. Veronica Gordon is into the game for the Falcons. She is a freshman guard, 5'4". She had 3 points in the first matchup with Riverheads. Gladiators get it down low to Anna Shirley. Shirley's stuck. She has to get it off to Galladay. Galladay shoots it. No good. Rebound by Shirley, and as she goes up, Painter whacks her. It'll be a foul. First foul of the second quarter for the Falcons. First personal foul on McKenna Painter. So Anna Shirley, the 5'11 senior, will go to the line for two. First free throw is no good. Shirley, 4 points in the game against Central last week. Second free throw is true. And Anna Shirley has 3 points tonight. For the Gladiators, 32-10 Central, 6:05 to go second quarter. Vanessa Gordon running the point for the Falcons. Gets it to Veronica Gordon. Gordon dribbles, passes it to Asia Hoover. Hoover's going to go up off the glass, and she gets it to go. Asia Hoover with her first basket tonight. The other way, it's Anna Shirley down low below the basket for the Gladiators. Back up top. Here's another three, and it's good by Brenna Collins. She banks it in again. Almost an identical spot hitting that three. Same result off the glass. And it's 34-13 Central. Here's Vanessa Gordon all the way to the hoop. She teardrops it in. Central has been absolutely dominant down at the hoop tonight. They have made practically every shot. Here's another three look for Shirley. It's no good this time. From Collins. It's no good. And it's rebounded by the Falcons. 5 minutes to go in the second. Vanessa Gordon all the way to the hoop. She gets it to go again. Another layup for Central. And we've got a foul in the backcourt on Central. It'll be charged to Asia Hoover. I don't know the last time. The MO for Central has been drive all the way to the hoop and finish every single shot. That's what they've done tonight. It's been a heck of a performance, and taking the ball away but then having it go off her hands is Veronica Gordon. Substitution for the Falcons checking in is number 22, Morgan Marston, a 5'1" sophomore guard. Marston had 3 points last week against the Gladiators. 4:30 to go in the second. Central dominating. They have been in the front from the get-go. Gladiators passing it around. Central with a press. A little bit of a double team in the half court as they try to get steals. They double team everyone who gets the ball. Ball's loose, picked up by Riverheads' Callie Poole, and she gets it to her teammate Galladay. Galladay down low to Shirley. Shirley will go up. She is fouled by Painter. They're going to get that foul on Peyton DiNardo. So that'll be DiNardo's first. Hannah Shirley back to the line for two. Central led this thing 18-2 at one point in the first, and then led the first quarter 26-4. First free throw is good by Shirley. So Shirley is 1 for 3 from the line. Second free throw is good. Anna Shirley, perfect from the line on that trip. And it's 28-15. You can already see Central's going to be getting players in there that don't typically get to play as much. But then again, they don't have a big roster. Gladiators don't either. Marston has it for the Falcons. She'll get it to Painter. McKenna Painter looking for a teammate outside the arc. She will spin, drive on Shirley. Nice up and under move off the glass. It's too strong. And rebounded by the Gladiators. Nice move by Painter. She just couldn't finish it. Down the court to Shirley. And getting it to fall is Anna Shirley. Painter with a little bit of a bump, but they didn't call it. And it's 38-17. Marston running the point for the Falcons. She is covered by Callie Poole. She will drive to the far side of the court, get it to Gordon. Gordon pump fake. She will go reverse layup up and under off the glass. No good. Good looking shot. Just couldn't get it to fall. And rebounded by the Gladiators. It's Callie Poole with it. Goes to the post. Down low. Missing the shot is Shirley. And Painter comes out with the rebound. Shirley's trying to chase her down from behind. Painter all the way. And an offensive foul called on McKenna Painter. They're going to get her for the charge. That's her second. And that'll stop things with 2:55 to go in the second. And Painter will be pulled with Kinley Hoover checking into the game for her. Also into the game, a newcomer to the Central program, Natalie Lewis, a 5'10 junior forward. She's into the game, running the post position now for the Falcons. Going for the basketball is Riverheads. Good defense between Gordon and Hoover. Ball is tipped away and out of bounds. It's going to be off of Riverheads. Okay, looked like Marston may have touched it, but they give it to Central with 2.5 minutes to go in the second. Kinley Hoover, she's going to get a wide open three look. It's too strong. And rebounded by Riverheads. Callie Poole's going to push. She's facing Marston. Marston with a good defense. And knocking it away is Kinley Hoover. And I think they're going to get a foul on Hoover. Let's see, they're going to get 14. Yep, that's Hoover. That's Kinley's first of the ball game. And that's 5 fouls on the Falcons. So that's going to send the Gladiators to the line for 2. Again, this is where we're seeing free throws come into the fold with only 2 fouls, and it's a double bonus. Going to take a little bit of time to get used to not seeing the 1-and-1 anymore. Callie Poole to the line for 2. First one is good. It was too strong. The ball actually hung on the rim, but then it fell backwards and into the hoop. Second one from Poole. Too strong this time, and it's not going to fall. Rebounded by Kinley Hoover for the Falcons. 2:15 to go here in the second. Central leads it by 20, 38-18. Marston finally gets it across the timeline. Good defense by Callie Poole. Nearly pokes it away from Marston. Marston goes to Hoover. Hoover to the post to Hoover. Kinley Hoover to Asia Hoover. It's tipped away out of bounds, and Central will inbound under the basket with 2:01 to go in the second. Asia inbounds to Kinley. Kinley, contested three. It's blocked. Rebounded by Lewis. Put back by Hoover. No good. And Central's going to have to get back on D. Collins goes down low. Shirley wide open. She missed the bunny. Could not get the shot to fall. It's loose. Down on the ground is Riverheads number, let's see who it is. It's 24, Diaquino. And then getting tied up on the jump ball. Ball stays with Riverheads with 1:41 to go in the second. Central 38, Riverheads 18. Getting it in are the Gladiators. It's Poole back into the corner. Good look from Collins. It's no good in the air. Rebounded by Shirley. Tipped away and out of bounds. Looked like a block, clean block from Kinley Hoover. And right now a pretty big mismatch between Shirley and the Falcons. Nobody with much height in there for the Falcons with Painter out of the game. So Shirley should be able to do some good things down there for Riverheads. It's Callie Poole with the basketball for the Gladiators. Screen up top by Myrtle. Gets it back to Alexis Myrtle. Myrtle now to Diaquino. Diaquino has to pick up her dribble. She's stuck. Gets it back out. Here's a long two. No good by Riverheads. Pulling down the rebound is Diaquino. We've got a foul on the floor. It doesn't matter, though. They're going to be shooting two regardless. And that is the second foul on Asia Hoover. 1:09 to go here in the second quarter. CJ Diaquino to the line for two now. Free throw is good. Well, one thing about it, and that's our first point of the night, Riverheads has been pretty good from the free throw line. I hope I didn't just put the Announcer jinx in place. Yep, there it is. Too strong, no good. But other than that, they have been pretty good from the free throw line tonight. One of the bright spots for them and what's been a struggle overall. Falcons basketball under a minute to go in the first half. Morgan Marston driving baseline, and she just fell and lost the ball. And the Gladiators have it with 55 seconds to go in the first half. Central's been a little bit flat here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Part of that is kind of the personnel that they've put in, not their starting five, but Riverheads has been better than they were in that first quarter, that's for sure. Here's a quick jumper from the baseline, no good, an air ball by Callie Poole and rebounded by the Falcons. Not a lot of tempo as of right now for the Falcons. It's Kinley Hoover with it. She's going to take a deep three. That's too strong. Asia Hoover has the rebound, and her putback is no good. Rebounded by Anna Shirley for the Gladiators. Down to 15 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Into the corner, long two, no good by the Gladiators. Down to 7 seconds to go. Tipped in the baseline, and Central will have it with 5 seconds to go. It was off the hands of Grace Galladay. Well, let's see if Central can get a prayer up here with 5 seconds to go. Riverhead's not putting pressure out. And let's see, Hoover picks it up. She's got 3 seconds. 2 seconds, crossover from 3/4 court. It's no good. And that will do it in the first half of play. Strong first half for Central as they lead it 38-19. We will take a break and come back and recap the first half right after this. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week on Valley Sports Radio. Welcome back to Woodstock, getting ready for the third quarter of play. A couple of scores out of the men's top 25 basketball action. Number 12, Tennessee leads Georgia Southern 63-47 midway through the second in that one. And Duke, number 21, Duke leads Hofstra, the Pride, 64-53. James Madison coming in at number 20 in this week's AP Top 25. JMU comes in ahead of UVA, Miami, and Duke. Pretty cool tidbit right there. And we are ready to rock and roll. Third quarter of play. Central basketball. Amori Williams has it to start. And she is fouled as she drives all the way to the hoop. Pretty good defense overall from Riverheads. They finally got in front of her, something they neglected to do in the first half. So Williams to the line for two. Williams with 14 points so far tonight. First free throw is good. So Williams up to 15. She's having herself a night. Thing that's been really impressive, she's been very efficient. Hasn't had to take a lot of shots. And she makes both from the free throw line. Central is now 6 for 9 from the line. She's missed the three. Nearly a backcourt on Riverheads. Probably should have been, but no call. Gladiators have it at Shirley down low. Shirley with an easy layup. And Anna Shirley has 9 points for the Gladiators. 40-21, 30 seconds into this third quarter from Woodstock. Williams gets it to Kinley Hoover. Hoover looking for her first points of the night. She's stuck, has to pick up her dribble, gets it to Painter. Painter to Vanessa Gordon. Gordon loves to shoot the three ball. Here's Hoover shooting a three. That's an air ball. Ball's loose in the air, and Painter tips it off of the Gladiators out of bounds. Central will hold possession. Great IQ play there from McKenna Painter as the Falcons will hold the ball. Shot is no good, and then Painter turns it over. It's stolen away by Alexis Myrtle. And now Central takes it away on the other side. It's Williams. Amori Williams all the way. Nope, going to pass it to Hoover. Ball's tipped back to Williams, and Amori Williams gets it to go. Initially, it looked like it was going to go out of bounds, and then on the inbound, it's stolen away by Kinley Hoover. Hoover goes up strong. She's fouled, and she will go to the line for two. Riverheads has just had a heck of a hard time inbounding the basketball tonight. They've turned it over 4 or 5 times under the hoop. So Kinley Hoover will go to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Hoover's on the board for the first time tonight. And the second one is good as well. Falcons still deploying their full court pressure. Shirley in trouble, but she does get it to Brenna Collins. Collins across court all the way to Myrtle. Myrtle nearly has it go out of bounds. Down low it's Shirley, and over top of Painter gets it to fall. Shirley only had 4 points in the first game against Central. She's got 11 tonight. Central up by 21, 44-23. Williams to Hoover. Kinley Hoover, wide open 3, and she gets it to fall. Kinley Hoover made a couple of free throws, and then she gets a steal in the inbound and makes the layup as well. She scores 5 points within 4 seconds. They go to Hoover again on another steal. She's going to look for another 3, but it's short this time. Heat check, and it's rebounded by Brenna Collins. Shirley goes all the way and gets tripped up by Williams. Kinley Hoover, a stealing and scoring machine over the last minute. Riverheads basketball under their basket. That foul was on Williams, her second. Here's a 3 knocked down by Grace Galladay. Galladay hits her first shot of the night, and it's back to a 23-point game. Williams will dribble across the court, gets it to Vanessa Gordon. Gordon going to heave a deep 3 now. That's short, no good. And rebounded by the Gladiators. And out of bounds. Off of Riverheads. Callie Poole lost the dribble and had it go right off of her. Central maybe getting a little bit too 3-point happy here. It may not really matter ultimately, but you want to keep doing what you're doing, and that's scoring the basket right at the hoop. Gordon to Williams. Williams pump fake. She's going to drive. Goes under and gets the shot to go. Up and under move by Amari Williams. Her interior skills tonight have been remarkable. Beating the press is Grace Galladay, but she's still in trouble, and we've got a foul on Kinley Hoover. Score from Warren County. After 3 quarters in boys action, Strasburg leads Warren 28-17. Don't know what got into the water over there tonight, but there is no scoring. Jump ball. Riverheads will keep it with 4:49 to go here in the third. 51-26 Central. Collins will get it in, and she gets the ball back in the corner. It's tipped around, but they catch it, and then another reach called in on Central. Maury Williams reaching in and pleading her case to Ashley Fletcher that she wanted to stay in the game. She says no more, and she's left in the game. On the inbound, Painter with another steal. McKenna Painter near double digits in steals tonight. Maury Williams with the basketball for the Falcons. 4.5 to go here in the third. Williams goes to Hoover. Hoover to DiNardo. DiNardo to Painter. And Painter gets the shot to fall. McKenna Painter has 11 points tonight. She comes flying in and gets another steal. Amori Williams with the basketball. Williams all the way to the hoop. She goes up. She's fouled, and she will go back to the line. 2 free throws coming up for Amori Williams with 4:11 to go in the third. 4th foul on Alexis Myrtle. So Williams back to the line. 20 points tonight for her. Jim goes silent as she knocks down the first free throw. She's up to 21. And Central is now 9 of 12 from the line. They started 0 for 2, and that was because of Williams. And since then, they have been much, much better. Again, I'm probably jinxing it. Nope. Second one is good. She's up to 22 points. Central 10 of 13. And we've got a timeout. It's a full timeout. We will take it. 55-26 Central. We're back after this on Valley Sports Radio. Welcome back to Central High School. It's been all Central tonight as the Central girls lead the Riverheads Gladiators 55-26. 4:11 to go in the third. Gladiators will inbound. Central continuing to play the full court press. And the Gladiators look like they have beaten it, and they did, possibly with a travel in there, maybe another travel. The ball is loose and off the hands and out of bounds of C.J. Diaquino. Maury Williams is down. They're going to have to get her back up. And looks like Anna Shirley is banged up. But they're going to keep her in the game. Looks like she's in a good bit of pain. Maury Williams with it for Central. Goes to Kinley Hoover. Hoover finds DiNardo in the post. Tipped up in the air and recovered by Painter. Painter going to drive all the way to the hoop. And they're going to get an offensive foul. And Painter comes down awkwardly on her ankle. And that's not what you want to see. And that's her third personal foul. So Painter has 3. That's now 4 team fouls for Central. So the next one will put Riverheads at the line. Shirley struggling to run right now for the Gladiators. She has to pass it off. Now she gets it back in the post. She goes off the glass. It's no good. Tipped around. Shirley on the ground. Jump ball. Central ball. Four team fouls for Central here in the quarter. 3 for Riverheads. Score update. The Strasburg girls leading Warren County 45-26 in the fourth quarter. Strasburg led by Macy Smith. Another tough, looks like another great season coming up for the Rams. Central ends up turning it over on their side of the court, and then Painter gets into the passing lane, nearly steals it away, but went off her hand and out of bounds. And will stay with Riverheads with 3:03 to go here in the third. It's been all Central. They led 26-4 after one and 38-19 at the half. Here's another steal for Central. Gordon to Hoover. Kinley Hoover nearly banked it in, but just a bit too strong. She got her own rebound. Here's Vanessa Gordon for 3, and that is good. Vanessa Gordon with 13 points tonight, her third three-pointer, and it's 58-26 Falcons. Riverheads basketball. Central still playing a little bit of a double team press and a travel called on Riverheads. Substitution coming in for Maury Williams is Veronica Gordon. Falcons get it across the timeline. Vanessa Gordon goes to to McKenna Painter. Painter picks up her dribble, finds the cutting DiNardo, and Peyton DiNardo finishes it off. Second basket of the night for DiNardo, and Painter picks up another assist. Another fantastic night on the court for McKenna Painter. 2 minutes to go in the third. Picking her up her dribble is Brenna Collins. Down low with it, it's Shirley. Anna Shirley passes it back out top to Grace Galladay. Double team on Collins. Back to the corner. Here's Poole, and that's too strong, an air ball. And Painter's going to football pass it down the court to the wide open Gordon. Gordon to Hoover. Hoover to Hoover, as finishing the layup is Kinley Hoover. 9 points for Kinley. And another steal. McKenna Painter has it. The forward goes all the way to the hoop and misses the bunny. Kinley gets the rebound, passes it to McKenna. McKenna up and under, misses the shot. No good. It's a 5-on-3 as Gordon and Painter are slow to get back, and the Gladiators take advantage as making the wide open shot is Galladay. Painter missed a couple of shots that she typically will not miss. I'm sure she's getting a little bit tired out there. All the way up and under is Vanessa Gordon, getting another one to go. It's a full timeout by Central. 64-28, 48 seconds to go. And we're actually going to keep it right here as we're under a minute to go before the end of this quarter. So what can you say so far in this one? Central. Amori Williams, 22 points. Vanessa Gordon has 15. McKenna Painter, 11. Kinley Hoover has 9. Peyton DiNardo with 4. And Asia Hoover with 2 off the bench. For the Falcons, this has been another solid quarter. First quarter was lights out. It was 26-4. Second quarter, Riverheads, obviously still a big margin in that quarter, but they played better basketball. Third quarter, though, it's been back to complete dominance for Central as they currently hold a 64-28 lead here. And we're not even in the fourth quarter yet. And just for reference, Central put up 69 in the entire game last Tuesday against Riverheads. Then again, Riverheads put up 30 in that game. They already have 28 here. So, seeing the same team for the second and final time of the year with these two teams being out of district, you don't really get too much time to make preparations. You just kind of have to play it and see what you can do. And Riverheads has not had an answer in these two games against the Falcons. 40 seconds to go in the third. Gladiator basketball as we play out the end of the third quarter. Asia Hoover is back into the game along with Morgan Marston. Here's a long two. No good by Addison Falls. Jump ball, and it'll stay with Riverheads. 28 seconds to go in the third. It'll be Brenna Collins inbounding into the hoop. She gets it into Shirley. Shirley catch and shoot way off. And rebounded by the Falcons. 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ashley Fletcher telling her point guard Morgan Marston to get across the timeline. Down to 12 seconds to go in the third. Central passing it around the arc. It's Asia Hoover. Hoover looking for a cutting teammate. She gets it to Gordon. It's Veronica Gordon. Veronica all the way to the hoop. Layup no good. And Painter's shot is blocked. She will go up again at the buzzer. Shot is good, and the foul as time expires here in the third quarter. McKenna Painter with the rebound, the putback, and as the time expired in the third quarter, she got the shot to go, and as both teams will retreat to their benches, she will go to the line to try to convert the and one opportunity. Free throw is good. 14 for Painter, and after three, Central 67, Riverheads 28. 3 quarters in the books. We're back after this on Valley Sports Radio. 8 minutes to go from Woodstock. The Central girls dominating the Riverheads Gladiators tonight, 67-28. Falcons basketball to start the fourth quarter. Again, we want to thank some of our partners tonight: Frog's Garage, Wholesome Butcher and Deli, Kern Motor Company, Cook's Country Store, First Bank, Criswell of Woodstock, and Appalachian Freight. And on the first play of the fourth quarter, Veronica Gordon with some fancy footwork as she gets up to the hoop and finishes the shot. Her first points of the night. Second basket off the bench tonight for the Falcons. And they have dropped 69 points on the Gladiators so far. Ball is knocked out of bounds. And let's see, they're going to say it was off of Central. They will. And just a heads up, we have a running clock here in the fourth quarter, so that will expedite things here as we play out the end of the string. Three-pointer no good by Grace Galladay, and then Painter turns it over as she tries to go football pass down the court to Gordon. Active hands and a takeaway by Asia Hoover, but she can't finish the layup, and reaching in on the play is Central's Veronica Gordon. And that will be the first foul of the fourth quarter for the Central Falcons. First personal on Veronica Gordon. 6:40 to go in the fourth. Gladiators basketball. Central's defense has been outstanding tonight. Three-point shot way off by the Gladiators. Quickly down low, and point-blank layup is good by Alexis Myrtle. That's her second basket of the night. She's up to 4, and it's 69-30 Central. Morgan Marston to Asia Hoover. Screen up top by Painter. Getting it to Veronica Gordon. Gordon to Painter. Painter looking, surveying the court. She will take a dribble, pick up her dribble, and get it to Asia Hoover. Hoover's going to drive baseline. She's going to go floater from the side. No good, but McKenna Painter's there to pick it up and go back up with it. McKenna Painter, 16 points. A ton of offensive rebounds, a ton of defensive rebounds, a ton of steals. She's had herself a night. Gladiators ball, and here's Peyton DiNardo getting in the passing lane and taking it away. DiNardo layup, that's no good. Asia Hoover with the rebound over a defender. She gets it up and in and gets it to fall. Asia Hoover with 4 off the bench. It's 73-30. Nearly another steal, but Painter overestimated where the pass was going. It's an air ball from the baseline for the Gladiators, but a jump ball will keep the ball with Riverheads. Substitution, Anna Shirley will come back into the game for C.J. Diaquino, and into the game for the Falcons is number 10, Natalie Lewis, as Peyton DiNardo will take a seat. With the clock moving, we're under 5 to go in the fourth. Here's a quick inbound, wide open look, no good, rebounded by Painter. Central continues to push. She's going to go to Gordon. Veronica goes up with it. She's rejected. Painter now on the ground with the basketball, looking for the jump ball, and there it is. Jump ball is called. Good effort by McKenna Painter as she gets in there to tie it up. Score update. Fourth quarter, Strasburg's lead 5 in boys. 31-26. 29 seconds to go in that game. Falcons inbound, it's Painter. McKenna loses her footing, but they're going to call a foul on Riverheads, and that'll be their first team foul of the fourth quarter. A couple of substitutions coming in. We've got Brenna Collins back in for the Gladiators along with Maggie Robertson. Madison Falls and Grace Galladay will take a seat. Inbound to Gordon to Marston. And knocking down the three is Morgan Marston. And it's 76-30 Central from the baseline. Jumper no good for Riverheads, about a 6-footer. They get the offensive rebound. Another jumper no good, too strong. Stolen away as Callie Poole took it from Veronica Gordon. 3:25 left in the fourth. Gladiators get it down low, wide open. Look, floater is good by Alexis Myrtle. Marston gets it in to Natalie Lewis. 3:05 to go in the fourth here in tonight's game of the week. Marston around the screen by Painter. Gets it back to Painter. Painter with 16 points tonight. She will dribble, she will spin, she will go under, off the glass. It's too strong, couldn't get it to go. Nice move there by Painter, but a little bit too strong. She's still trying to work out her post moves here tonight. Wide open look for the Gladiators. It is no good. They get an offensive rebound. Putback is no good. Rebound back out to the corner. With it is Brenna Collins. Collins will dribble. She will look. Here's another contested shot short and rebounded by Painter. She will continue to push. McKenna Painter loses the handle, picks it back up, all the way up. She is fouled, and she will go to the line for two. Clock will move. We're at 2:15 to go in the fourth. That foul is on Anna Shirley. Her third, second team foul for Riverheads. First free throw from Painter, no good, too strong. Second one from Painter, good. McKenna has 17 tonight. Central 12 for 16 from the charity stripe. Substitution, Amori Williams will come back in, and McKenna Painter will take a seat. So Painter will finish the night with 17 points, probably a double-double, if not a triple-double, if you include her steals in there. Gladiator basketball, 1:18 to go here in the fourth. Still pressuring, getting up in the face of the ball handler. It's Anna Shirley going under. Layup's no good. Putback is good by Alexis Myrtle. She gets it to go. She's got 8 tonight. She will go to the line. And the clock will move. We're under a minute to go. And now they're going to stop the clock, I guess, because we're under a minute, and they're at the free throw line. And not converting the N1, but getting the rebound and then traveling but not calling it as Alexis Myrtle stumbles up front in front of the key and gets the shot to go. Amori Williams, another great move, and she gets the layup to go. Man, 24 points tonight from Amori Williams. Her footwork and finesse has been at the top of her game tonight. 79-36 Central, 30 seconds to go in the fourth. Aquino, no good. Rebounded by Williams, and she's going to push. Amori Williams all the way down the court. Layup, no good. She misses the wide open look. Hoover with the putback, that's no good. 10 seconds to go here in the fourth. 6 seconds, Riverheads has the ball. Looking for one final shot, and a foul is called with 2.3 seconds to go here in the fourth. Amori Williams made every contested shot tonight, and the one wide open look couldn't get it to go. So 2.3 to go in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up for Alexis Myrtle. First one is good. Myrtle's had a solid second half here for the Gladiators. The shot, for all intents and purposes, will be the last play of the game. Free throw is no good. Ball is loose. Going up with the shot and missing it is Myrtle. Player down, holding her knee on the last play of the game for Riverheads. Can't tell who that is. Trying to see. We'll check in and see who that was in just a few moments. But final score tonight from Central, and an absolute beatdown. The Central Falcons improved to 4-0 on the year as they knock off the Riverheads Gladiators 79-37. Hang with us. We will come back to recap this game right after this. You've been listening to the high school basketball game of the week here on Valley Sports Radio. Central with a dominant win tonight as they win it by a final score of 79-37. The Falcons got off to a blazing hot start. They got off to a 26-4 lead in the first quarter. They led it 38-19 at halftime, and after 3 it was 67-28 with the final score being 79-37. Great contributions from half the team tonight for the Falcons. You look at some of the numbers that Amori Williams and McKenna Painter put up in all categories, quite remarkable. Amori Williams led the Falcons with 24 points. She was outstanding both at the field, and she turned it around at the free throw line as well. McKenna Painter, another stat-stuffing kind of night for her, 17 points. Some good footwork down low, made some free throws. Had her 17. Vanessa Gordon, 15 points, made a couple of three-pointers. Kenley Hoover with 9 points, all in the second half. And then, let's see, Asia Hoover, 4 points off the bench. Peyton DiNardo had 4. Morgan Marston had 3, and Veronica Gordon with 2 points off the bench. So solid contributors all around for the Falcons and what was just a quite dominant performance for Central. For Riverheads, Anna Shirley and Alexis Myrtle both had 11 points. Brenna Collins had 6. Grace Galladay had 5. Addison Falls had 2. C.J. Diaquino had 1. And Callie Poole also had 1. Central leaves this game 4-0 on the year, off to a perfect start to the season. Meanwhile, Riverheads falls to 2-3. This is the last time these two teams will meet here in 2023. Again, non-district matchup, so I guess for Riverheads, probably happy they don't have to see the Falcons anymore, and Central kind of the other way around. But regardless, dominant performance for Central. They're not going to be in action again until next week. So Central girls will be off until next week. Looking ahead at our broadcast schedule, we will be back next week on the 21st. Let me make sure that is indeed. Yep, that's next week on Thursday. So a Thursday night game. It'll be the girls as Clark County will be at Strasburg, and that'll be an outstanding matchup with the defending state champs in Clark County against Strasburg, who also has a very good team and made a run in the playoffs in 2022. Final score from Warren County, the Strasburg boys beat Warren County 34-26. Just a reminder to check back to valleysportsradio.com after the game. Craig Orndorff will have a game recap of this one. He'll have other scores and reports from the area in high school and college sports, so make sure you head over to valleysportsradio.com later tonight or tomorrow with an update on all of the information in the area. Want to give a big thank you once again to all of our sponsors. I want to thank Alan Earhart, our producer, back at Network Control. Again, Central victorious in dominant fashion, 79-37. Thank you for joining us all night long. Have a great evening, and we will talk to you again next week from Strasburg High School. For the final time tonight, this is Kyle Gutschall signing off for Valley Sports Radio.